Hi guys, the Benidorm Enthusiast here with Benidorm Stuff YouTube channel, bringing you this video tape today from a gorgeous, hot and sunny Benidorm, but unfortunately the topic of today's video is not so pleasant. Today I'm going to take you for a short walk whilst telling you about some scams and cons to look out for and avoid the next time you're in Benidorm. This video is the second instalment of our scams collection. The first part video was about money exchange and ATMs. If you haven't watched that one, I suggest you check back and give it a watch. The link is in the video description so you can find it easy enough. On today's video, we're going to be covering the P-Men scam and pickpocketing. As most of you know, and as my name, the Benidorm Enthusiast, suggests, I absolutely love Benidorm. It is an amazing place with so much going on and so many things to do. There really is something for everybody here. Benidorm attracts millions of tourists a year, of all ages and of many different nationalities. But sadly that means it also attracts some scumbags who are waiting for any opportunity to rip people off, con or rob them out of their hard-earned cash. So today I'm going to be telling you about a couple of things to keep your eyes out for, places you should keep your wits about you that are hotspots for these types of scams and crimes, and hopefully this will help ensure most of you fabulous tourists that come to Benidorm have the best possible experience here and leave with only happy stories to tell. So the first thing I want to talk about is the P-Men. Now, if you're a Benidorm regular, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you're not, well, you may well have seen a similar scam operating in other holiday resorts and big cities. It's certainly not exclusive to Benidorm. It's a scam which dates back centuries, in fact. But unfortunately, people still get caught up with it. The P-Men, or potato men, play a game which involves a small ball-type object, often a pea, hiding under three other objects, often hollowed-out potato halves. They shuffle the pea around under the potatoes and the player is supposed to follow the pea and then guess at the end which potato the pea finished up under. You will never ever win this game. They will entice you into gamble your money and you will always lose. The P-Men are often surrounded by others who you'll think are genuine players, but who are in fact in on the scam. You will see these betting money and winning every time, making it look easy and enticing you even more to have a go with the temptation of doubling or tripling your stake. Don't do it. Those winning are part of the gang, and no matter how good you think your eyesight is, how quick you think you can follow the pea, you quite simply will not win. I've never met anyone who has in the 20 years I've lived here. It's a complete scam. So why don't the police do anything about these scammers, you ask? Well, the game that they play is not illegal. In fact, you as the person betting your money are the one who are committing an offence by gambling on the street. So not only will you lose your dosh, but you could also get into trouble with the police. We all say it's about time something was done about it. I don't know the ins and outs of the law, but it appears to be a loophole in the law, and so as it stands, the police really can't do much about it. The police here do often move the P-Men along and send them away, but they can't actually nick them for playing this game. So they normally just pack up their cardboard box, table, pea and potatoes, and half an hour later they'll be set up somewhere else. If you see the P-Men out and about, the best thing to do is ignore them completely, cross over the road to avoid them, don't give them a second of your day, don't gamble with them, don't even stop and watch. You may think it's harmless, just stopping for a nosy to see if you can figure out how they work the scam. Don't do it! Also surrounding the P-Men, and probably part of the same crew, are professional pickpockets who will have your valuables whipped off and out of your pockets without you even noticing. You may just stop for 30 seconds, but that's more than enough time for these professional thieves to get their hands on your goodies. As I've just said, the best thing to do is avoid them altogether. Don't let curiosity get the better of you. Steer well clear. This leads me on to the second thing I want to talk about today, which is pickpocketing and some situations to be wary of when it's prime time for pickpockets and when you could be targeted. So yes, pickpocketing does happen in Benidorm, as it does in most busy towns and cities all over the world, and especially in busy holiday resorts. Why do pickpockets like holiday resorts so much? Well, there are loads of reasons really, but here's just a few. People are more relaxed than they would be in their normal day-to-day lives on holiday, which makes it easier for pickpockets. People often carry more cash and valuables around on holiday than they would normally, which means the rewards for the pickpockets are higher. And there's often plenty of alcohol flowing on holiday, which means people's guards are down. And again, this makes it easier for pickpockets to accomplish their goals. My first bit of advice to you to avoid getting hit hard by pickpockets is to keep your valuables safe and only carry what you'll need for that day. Almost all the hotels and apartments have safe deposit boxes. No matter how eager you are to dump your cases and get out and about to enjoy yourself, please take an extra half an hour or so to get somewhere organised to keep your most treasured possessions safe, your money safe, and your passport. Sort your money out so you've got enough for that day or for that session out. There really is no need to carry all your holiday money on you at all times. This being said, there is a time when you have no choice but to have everything on you, and pickpockets have wised up to this, and so this is a time you should be especially aware of what's going on around you. Keep your eyes peeled and look after those around you as well. This time is when you first arrive from the airport into resort and you're being dropped off at your accommodation. Especially if you are coming in on a transfer bus with lots of other people. Picture the scene, your bus pulls up outside the hotel. Everybody is super excited to get off their bags and get into the hotel. Everybody has all their valuables, travel documents and dosh on them. And it gets a little chaotic outside the bus as you're all waiting for your bags to come off. Lots of hustle and bustle and a prime time for pickpockets to mingle between you and steal your stuff. They will even dress like tourists to avoid getting noticed, and you probably won't even know it's happened till you get to the check-in desk or up to your room and realise some of your stuff isn't there. Now, I'm not saying this happens at every transfer drop-off. No, of course it doesn't. But it is a point when tourists are at their most vulnerable because they do have all your valuables on them. And so being aware that pickpockets may look to target you at this point may well save somebody having the worst possible start to their holiday. Pickpocketing can happen at other times and in other places as well too. Busy streets, shopping areas, markets, for example. It's an opportunistic crime, and so by minimising the opportunities for these thieves, by being aware, we may be able to reduce the number of crimes that takes place and ensure most people don't have this bad experience whilst in Benidorm. So just be aware that there are some bad guys and girls out there, and use your common sense as much as you would back home. This leads me on to my final point today, which is what to do if you are unfortunately a victim of pickpocketing or petty theft. Make a police report. This is massively important in the long term for reducing crime in our resort. You may think, oh, it was only a cheap phone or it was only 50 euros. Doesn't matter how trivial you think it is, get it reported. If it's not reported, as far as the officials are concerned, it didn't happen. Crime numbers on paper in Benidorm are not bad at all, but I'm sure the official stats don't correlate closely to the actual number of crimes that are committed. And that's because most petty crimes don't get reported. It all comes down to politics in the end, and whilst the powers that be don't see a problem on paper, they won't do anything about it. If the crime numbers were to rise because everybody started to report these crimes, it would make the council, the mayor, the police, etc. all look bad and may well force them into doing something more productive to reduce these crimes and dedicate more time and more police into ensuring these crimes don't take place and the criminals involved face justice. So please, 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 if you're a victim of crime, no matter what it is, take the time to report it, and hopefully we can make some changes for the future in ensuring petty crimes don't go unnoticed. That's all from me today, guys. I hope this video has helped some of you avoid getting scammed, conned or pickpocketed on your holiday. Whether it be to Benidorm or not, I'm pretty sure what I've been over in this video can be applied to most tourist resorts. And I hope the next time you're in Benidorm, you have the most amazing time and leave with the biggest smiles on your faces and no negative experiences to report. Thanks for watching. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss any future videos. We'll be doing a part 3 scams video soon where I talk about illegal cocktails and fake petitions. So click that bell so you get notified whenever we release a new video. Also check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok at the Benidorm Enthusiast. Bye for now, stay positive and stay safe.